Question: do you speak up when you should, or are you a little bit on the shy side? Back with my special guest, Steve Young from the Steve Young 74 channel. Back in a minute. Hey, Steve, thanks so much for being here. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm good, but to be honest with you, I'm kind of recovering from a situation. Got a second? This is for
Okay.
anybody listening. Thank you, Steve. This is for anybody listening or viewing. It pays to speak up. This morning, I received my usual Amazon order. I usually get it on a Saturday, and it's my for my grocery haul. I like to keep it in a controlled way. I have a certain system that works, but no system is perfect. And I have to say this, it's always with it seems like to be an issue with eggs when it comes to eggs, but for me this is my best way normally to get them. But Steve, I have to mention you, they do have really good customer service. So I have to say this. I contacted the eggs came in the delivery, everything else was perfect. I opened up the eggs, it felt a little wet on the outside on the big carton. I said, "Oh no, this is not good," right? Not a pretty picture. If you look at the thumbnail, that is exactly the eggs that I received this morning. So we're pre-taping this on Saturday and it's showing on Sunday afternoon.
Hmm.
Steve, it was when I opened it up, it looked like an explosion in an egg factory. I know the picture doesn't depict it as well, but they were cracked. There were spills. And it just happened when they brought it, but I do have a trick to how I saved it. Do you want to know what the trick is? You'll never believe it, Steve.
What'd you
I
do?
took out, here's what I did. I took out the eggs carefully. I boiled water. I didn't touch them yet. I boiled water. I salvaged the eggs gently. I'm just sharing this trick with you. Put all the eggs that I could as much as possible and I boiled them. And now I'm going to be eating egg salad for a couple of days. But I didn't stop there, Steve. What I did was I took a picture and I immediately called customer service, and they were excellent about properly refunding to my account very, very quickly. So there are times in life you just can't say, "Oh, let it go." No. With the prices of food today, I just couldn't let it go. But I wanted to show you this trick. If your eggs have little cracks on them, but they're salvageable and it's a fresh crack, don't toss it. Boil water, put it in, and boil them. And I saved the day with those, and I got a refund. So luckily, oh, by
Good.
the way, there were about 6 or 7 or 8 eggs. Wait a minute, let me get it right. 8 eggs that were still okay. So it turned out that only 4 were bad.
Mm, okay. That's not. Well, that's three quarters, about three quarters, and slightly better of the eggs that um, were okay. That's good to hear. No, and you
Yes.
made, and from what you were telling me, you made out extremely well. So that's an advantage.
Yeah, there is a part two to it. Yeah, there is a part two to it. Should I mention it?
If you want. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, thanks. Here's the part two. Because the eggs cost me time, the ones that were broken, really broken, cleaning up the mess, that time takes away from my ability to work or do other things. So I mentioned to the customer service representative, Steve, that, that this is unacceptable. And I believe I deserve an additional $5 credit. And I have to say, they granted me the credit and they refunded my egg money like within minutes. So please, anyone listening, don't just let it go under the rug. We work too hard for our money to just let it go in the garbage can. They want to help. They really, really do. They don't want a dissatisfied customer.
No, no. I have a little bit of a story that happened to me. And mind you, I am a person. that has a strong personality, a lot of people tend to guess my age incorrectly. People think I'm younger than what I actually am. That's not where I'm going with this. So yesterday, me and a longtime friend decide to step over to an Applebee's restaurant, and they have a boneless wing, all-you-can-eat special going on. And mind you, everything is cooked fresh to order. It's not anything that's set under a heat lamp or anything. And the waitress that we had, she up and says, just because we come in, not quite where they were switching over to the dinner waiter and waitresses. JC was wanting a reorder. That's his name, and initials, I should say. And he and the waitress says, "Well, that's going to have to be a whole separate ticket, and you're going to have to repurchase the all you can eat again." Well, I didn't like the way that sounded. She says, "Well, let me go and check and make sure." That I didn't like because if you're a waitress, waiter, you should be a little bit in the know of what's going on. So then she was gone for a little while. She comes back and then she says, "Well, I'll go ahead and put in a reorder and what do you want?" You know, and I spoke up. I said, "Well, I thought you said that wasn't able to happen." And I got a little bit. I did raise my voice a little elevated. JC says I could have been a little bit more soft or a little bit more, a little bit more couth the way I come out and said it. But I said it twice. I thought you said. Then she turns and looks at me. Calm down. Calm down. And I'm thinking to myself, you don't want to know what thoughts went through my head at that moment. I won't reveal them here. They're not good. But you will not speak to me as though I'm an 11-year-old child. That is not going to happen. Do understand, ma'am, whoever you are, whatever your name is, especially if you don't know me, you are not going to talk to me that way.
No.
I'm 37 years older than that. But you're not going
Right.
to talk to me like that. What
No.
I'm going to do at the end of this, pretty soon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and have a little chit chat with the GM or a manager there and say
Yeah.
that attitude is unacceptable behavior. I
Yeah.
said she doesn't know who I am. I am a customer, and
Right.
if she gives me crappy service, be advised you're going to get very little to no tip out of me. I had another incident occur with me at Red Robin about a month ago, and I couldn't get a manager to get back with me on the phone. I went to Red Robin guest relations, and I made things fabricate. Not only did I get a $15 credit back, which I haven't used, what I like with them, I have until the 3rd of October. If you are a Red Robin Royalty Reward member, I know that's a mouthful. Whatever month your birthday is, you can go there and get a complimentary sandwich of any choice off the menu on them. The only thing you got to pay for is you got to pay for a drink, unless you get water. Then it's nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use mine at the end of September, mainly because they have a pumpkin spice milkshake I want to try. So I'm going to hold out a little bit, and then I'm going to go back in October and get what I know. I usually get the same thing. It's about a $14-15 deal that they have. It's a really good burger. It's got mushrooms and Swiss, and it's just really
Nice.
So that's what I'm going to do. But bottom line is, we have to speak up. We cannot just sit there and be quiet, not have a voice.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot. You are right.
I don't like the fact that our freedom of speech is slowly being taken away from us.
Steve, could I tell you, without getting into it, that would be its own separate show. And trust me, my viewers would see a side of me that you're not used to. Only Steve knows that side of me, because I am who I am too, but because we have to be very careful here. Just have to be careful. It's just, it makes me sad. Makes me sad that a lot of things have come to the way they are. But when it comes to customer service relations, no, Steve, in my opinion, based on the stuff you told me, and I know you to be a very accurate person with many things. No, it sounded like that person berated you. You don't. If you have a job like that, you don't berate the customer.
You're not. I won't. I won't stand for it. Nobody. Now, if you know me, you know who I am. You have a feel for me. I've known you a while. Yeah, that's another story. If you know who I am, and you're older than me, yeah, you have the authority. I have no problem because I have respect for my older generation. I always have.
Yes.
Um, and for some reason, I really utmost respect the silent generation, and I respect the baby boomer generation. I always have. Uh,
Yes.
so I feel if you know me, that's one thing. But if I'm a complete stranger to you, that's a no. I'm definitely going to walk out of there. Something's going to fabricate. Either she's going to have a sit down talking to. I'm going to get something out of it, a complimentary meal. I don't know what's going to come of it, but I plan on laying down. I'm not going to be too mean, but I'm definitely going to lay down my point, and then
Yeah. Sure. That's
whatever,
right.
whatever the manager decides to do, then I'm just going to get up and leave, and that'll be the end of it.
Well, here's the thing, too. In a weird way, you might be helping a complete stranger that you'll never meet in your future life. Because let's say that this is a typical behavior of that person. We don't know that, but you're doing your job, the correct thing to report what is unacceptable behavior, and then the management will do
Yeah.
whatever they need to do.
Well,
That's all you could do.
I will say this about that particular waitress. Um, I hope this word is not too straightforward. It is a common word, but I'm good at reading people. I can pick up a person's body language and how they are just by the way they act. I can pick up on what type of person they are. But their demeanor kind of sucked. I'm just going to say it. There's really no other way around it. But you just wait. Something's going to fabricate. Then I'm going to come back, and that'll be the end of that. And we'll see what
That's
gives.
it.
Yeah.
It's like a hangnail. If you don't address it, like a hangnail is something you need to address. And it's not like, you're saying anything wrong. You're just stating to the management that this was unacceptable behavior from your worker to a customer. They need to be alerted to that. And you as a customer, maybe, who knows, maybe they'll compensate you with a discount or something because you didn't really get a satisfactory experience. You know what? I'm going to hold just for a minute, 1 minute on this. When you go to eat out, which I rarely do, and believe me, I had family in the restaurant business, so I know a lot of the tricks of the trade. Believe you me.
Yeah.
If the experience there is not a good one, it's not about just the food. It's about the total package. There are 1,000 reasons why people eat out. It's not only because of the food or I don't feel like doing the dishes.
That's
Steve,
right.
I want to thank you for your time. Is there anything you'd like to add?
I do. I have a couple of items. This is a little. I wanted to throw this in.
Sure.
I've spoken about it on previous shows, and I was able to locate the Parmalat.
Oh,
This is the
yeah.
This is the Dollar Tree variation milk. That's of the equivalent of Parmalat. That's $1.25. I'm about to put it in the refrigerator and get it cold because I don't like drinking room temperature milk. I've always been a fan of cold milk. And so if you look for that, you can get whole milk, 2%, 1%. It's $1.25. They have oat milk in the carton. They have almond milk in the carton.
Steve, do me a favor and put that milk up again because you're on a solo layout now, the way in case I want to do a screenshot.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yay. Thank you.
Make sure you capture Gossner Foods because that's who makes the product. So you have it.
Thank you. Yes, it's there.
And then I have one other product. This came recommended from you, so I haven't tried it. Is Aldi brand instant coffee, and
Yes.
I had run out of Maxwell House instant. I do like Bustelo instant, so I started to go to Publix. I went to Publix. I said, well, I can go back to Aldi, which is around the corner. But while I was there, I went ahead and purchased their macaroni salad. It's on special this week. I love
Oh,
their macaroni
good.
salad, their red skin potato salad, and I like their southern style. So I got macaroni salad, went back to Aldi, got that. So I plan on trying this later on today. I'll let you know. You said it reminds you of Nescafe Classico. I've had that before. Good product. But that's the only two things I wanted to demonstrate or to show.
Oh, perfect. You know what's funny, Steve? When you mentioned that it's on my recommendation, there's a funny backstory on that because I don't have an Aldi's near me, but a relative of mine brought that to me, and that's how I got familiar with that coffee. It reminds me so much of Nescafe, to me, Classico, and or slash my Happy Belly one. It's like a medium to dark roast, I think. I loved it. That was really good. You got a
Well,
good deal.
it shows medium on the scale over here.
Oh, okay. Good, good. Steve, there is one more call to action, and then we'll give them a wave, and we'll be right back after this.
Okay.
Steve, thanks for being here. And by the way, in case you've never visited Steve's channel, I really hope you do. It's the Steve Young 74 channel. And for those new here to Steve's channel, he has a Recipe Tuesday show every single Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. Comes on again on Thursday afternoon at some point. Comes on again on Saturday. And somehow magically, either through a video clip or a knock on the door or a link, I get on his show at least once a week. Just saying, just saying. Steve, thanks again. Thank you guys for watching. Away from you, from me to you. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody. Have an amazing, fantastic day.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Bye.